Hey everyone, so I'm making this video because I know a lot of people have been having issues with the Alesis Strike hi-hats. The kind of issues that I was having personally. I couldn't get consistent semi-open sounds. I couldn't get a consistent chick sound when I closed the hi-hats. Doing quick open and closes, it just wouldn't trigger right. So I wanted to make this video to kind of help anybody out. You know, there's a few things that you can try. Here is two of them. It's basically the only things that I found online that have offered any kind of solution. The first one is, of course, the felt washer trick, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard about. It works, but to a certain extent. For me, it did help a little bit, but it kind of robbed me of some semi-open sounds, probably because the felt washer gives a little bit because it is a little soft. So I went ahead to the black topper trick, which I'm going to show you now. But first I wanted to show you what the hi-hat looks like, the way it's normally set up. Now you'll see there's almost no gap here. You have to force it, but that's how it would sit. That's fully open. That is with the top cymbal resting on top of the spring, and this is closed. And you see there's almost no play. It's almost impossible to get semi-open sounds out of this thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Just gonna go ahead and take the top off here, which I unplug it just using two fingers here. We're gonna pull this off. Everybody knows what this is. This is your spring with your black topper on it. Now, how they want you to put it is with the spring inside the topper, which it actually fits in there kind of snug. Okay, the spring goes inside. You don't want that. So, got my two pieces here. This is with it sitting inside. What we're going to do is we're just going to put it in, take the black topper off, spin it upside down so it just sits on top. There's no way for it to go inside, it just sits on top, which will actually give you a little added height, and for me it responded way better. That's really about it. Once you go ahead and put it back on, there's only one other thing that you'll have to do. So let's get it back on. I'm going to get my plug back in there. And this was the important part for me. What I did was I just made sure that it sits straight. Gap looks about the same, but if you were to look inside, which is pretty hard to do, right there, see, right now it's not touching, and there it's touching. If I let the weight sit on it, it drops further. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is play with it a little bit up and down until you find the spot where it's touching the spring but not putting any pressure down on it. Right about there. And then go ahead and crank it. So now we've got a little bigger gap. It feels much better on the foot, and you have more of a gap in between, so you'll get better mid-open sounds. What this did for me was it also eliminated not getting a consistent chick sound when you close it. When I would close it, sometimes it would still sound half open, sometimes it would sound fully open, sometimes I couldn't get semi-open sounds at all. So that's what I did. All you'll have to do is do that. And the way that I've got my stuff is my hi-hat bow and edge I ended up putting on the same sound because it was pretty inconsistent, and the sounds that they had in the module already were way off. So anyways, this is what I've got my settings on for that. That's on the bow, that's on the edge. The more important thing for me was the pedal settings. The chick, I had to change that because whenever you change the distance, you're changing the point at which the chick may happen or may not happen. I experimented with it. I put it all the way up to about 90, and then when I went to start closing the pedal, I would get the chick sound as soon as I started moving it. So the lower the number, the lower the point the symbol will be when it activates that sound. As far as the tightness goes, I found that 20 was the best for this distance. For the distance between the hi-hats, that was the best setting for me. Sensitivity, I've got it cranked up because I want it to actually register everything. And the curve is on log 1 on the pedal and on the bow and on the edge. Other than that, the only thing you'll have to do is go to the pedal, and if you press F1 or F2 again, it will do the hi-hat reset, which gives you 30 seconds for it to calibrate itself. Now what you should do is just play it normally. What I do is I play it at a constant tempo, just a constant tempo. I'll do some with it open, I'll do some with it closed, I'll do some with it semi-open, and then I'll just throw in a little bit extra, go a little faster, open it in the middle, maybe just do it slow, and then add one open. It has to get used to the way you play, and it adjusts small things to help you with that. And that's really about it. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment. If it works for you, great, that's awesome. It worked for me. It made the whole entire set more playable in my eyes, just because of the hi-hat. The hi-hat's one of the biggest things that I use, and I use it open, semi-open, and closed, and you need all that to get that realistic feel. So that's that, and I hope it works for you.